Hi everybody, Charles Norman here again from Sports Solutions LLC, the creators of AthleticSOS. We got some cool stuff coming out soon and I'm going to be letting you guys know about it, but this is number 12 of 52 and these are the insider secrets that I'm doing about if you're trying to get an athletic scholarship. I want to give you a little few extra tidbits, something that'll give you an advantage over all the other kids that are trying to get athletic scholarships. And I'm going through, this is only number 12, we're going to do 52 of these. So try to go back and find the other 1 through 11 and see if they make sense to you. And this one, I'm going to try to keep it short. I've been trying to keep them short. I still get into 7 and 9. I wanted 5 to 7 minutes, but that's fine. It doesn't even matter. So on this one, we're going to talk about petty, pride, or positioning, and does it make a difference? So in this one, I'm going to talk about the fact that I was on a call and I'm listening in, and it was some college coaches and they were just doing a podcast. Great podcast. I listen to a lot of different podcasts, but this one was from some of the people from, I can't even remember what organization was. I don't remember what organization was, but anyway, it was a college coach on there and they were asking the college coach some questions about, okay, what are you looking for when you recruit? And one of the items caught my attention because it threw me off, and I think it's going to throw you off guys a little bit too. So one of the reasons a kid may get dropped or be pursued even more is the exuberance they have when that coach calls them, when that player answers the phone. Remember, there's a short window where the coach can actually call the player. The NCAA's got all these rules when they call. When that kid picks up that phone, the inflection in their voice may be the difference between whether that coach keeps on pursuing you or not. And so it kind of threw me off at first because remember that first one I said, it sounded a little petty to me. Like, you're an adult, you're the recruiting coordinator, maybe not even the head coach. And this kid that's 15, 16, 17, 18 years old at the most, they've got their whole lives, right? They go to school, maybe they broke up with their boyfriend or girlfriend, or maybe they had a bad test, or maybe practice was horrible, or they lost a big playoff game. Something's going on in their life and they're just kind of in the doldrums. But that wasn't what because the coach elaborated a little bit on it. It was a sense of, hey, I'm calling you because I'm interested in who you are and what you're all about. I'm trying to read you. And so if I'm calling you to give you something that you want in life, do you get that? Because they want the kid to really want to be there and come to their school, right? And so imagine you're a kid and you're a D1 level kid. You're a pretty good kid. And you got these big name colleges calling you all the time. And there's this mid-major or maybe not quite as popular school, doesn't have the name. Maybe it's a D2 school, D3 school. Can you hold that same exuberance that you have for the other school, your dream school? Do you have that sense of who you are to be able to do that? I think that's pretty important. And so with that coach, has a little bit of, what are you talking about? Just get it. It's a kid. They want to come to the school. And I'm sure they will want your offer. Just give them the benefit of the doubt, right? That's the kind of way I live my life. But I understood afterwards, because initially it was, that's kind of petty. What are you talking about? And so one of the things we always talk about is, the other thing was, for the coach, it just seemed like a sense of pride for them. Like they were prideful. But I think what that coach was trying to say, and they like I said, the coach elaborated a little bit more and it started to make more and more sense as they talked about it, was the coach has pride too. That coach is calling a lot of kids. They've been evaluating a lot of kids. And now they're trying, especially if they're recruiting coach, they're trying to get this head coach to come and pay attention to you too. And so, or that head coach has told them to come in, they're trying to get you, but they want somebody that wants to be where they are, right? So I think that makes sense. And so I'm okay with it at this point. Now this is really important for you guys. If you want something in life, you've got to position yourself for it. And I know life's kind of a game. And it's kind of a power trip too, because when you have a lot of power, you can change somebody's life. There's a little bit of a power trip in that stuff too. But when you're trying to position yourself for something, it doesn't matter what you do in your life, period. There is a game of life that's being played, and there's two sides to it. It's your side, it's what you want, what you think you deserve. One of the things I'm hearing over and over again is, hey, I didn't know about this. I didn't know, like yesterday out here it rained, and I was somewhere, and everybody that walked in there went, man, nobody told me it was going to rain, and nobody, I didn't hear this, and people were soaking wet. They didn't bring an umbrella, right? California doesn't rain that often. As I'm listening to people, because I knew I was going to be doing this today, I said, we really have gotten to the habit waiting or having a reason why things didn't go our way. It's always somebody else's fault why things didn't fall the way we wanted it to fall. And I know everybody's got a cell phone, they've got the watch, they've got all these different things, and they're all telling you what's going to happen. There's a weather button on everything, right? And so I think that's a habit that the world is getting into, and you have to be different. You're going to have to position yourself. You have to position your life differently than everybody else if you want to be in a special position. There's a limited number of positions. I tell you guys over and over and over again, if you make your varsity, high school varsity, if you make your soft team in high school, you've done something a majority of people will never get to do. Everybody on that high school campus can be a straight A student. Yeah, some people got to do a little bit extra work. And I won't even say everybody, because that gives everybody an argument to say, well, not everybody. That doesn't matter. It's the majority of people on that campus. Maybe you got to get a tutor. Maybe you got to do some extra study in a certain subject. But everybody could be an A student. It's just a little bit more effort for some kids than it is for others. But everybody can't make that sports team. They can't make varsity for sure. Some of them can't even make soft. There's a limited number of roster spots. And so if you can do that, you've done something special. And so one of the things that I talk about all the time is positioning. And if you get AthleticSOS, if you're trying to get an athletic scholarship, you absolutely want our software. Look down below. I'll give you a code. I'll give you instructions for how to use the code. There's a brief video that kind of shows you how it works. But what you're trying to do is, and this is for life, but it's also for this athletic scholarship situation. You're trying to know all of your options, all of your opportunities, and you're positioning yourself to get the offer. You got to get the offer. You have to be in a position to be able to get the offer, and you don't get the offer unless you're in position to accept the offer, right? So they won't offer you if you can't take it because you don't meet the criteria. And so that's where I'm trying to get you guys to. But I think one of the things I'm trying to do as I do these talks is I'm trying to get you guys to think past. Let's say you go to varsity, you get an athletic scholarship, you get a professional scholarship to play the sport that you love, that you dream of your whole life. What happens after that? And then I like to talk about the journey, and I'll do that more and more as we go forward. But one of the things that I've gotten really, really good at is when there's people in my life that have an interest in my life, that they are calling me, that they are reaching out to me for whatever, I make all of those people feel special. These are people that got their own lives, their own problems. They're reaching out to you. Maybe they're just calling. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's a relative. Maybe it's just somebody in your life, somebody, a business associate. Maybe it's somebody that, a coworker, whatever it is. But if somebody's reaching out to you, that they want to hear about you and what's going on and what's happening, you treat those people with the most reverence you possibly can. These people are interested in your life. Most people are interested in their life, and that's it. And they've got a slew of people over here that they're responsible for, or that that are their immediate family. And if you're not, and they're reaching out to you, you make them feel like gold. I told you guys before, I'm a granddad now, and everybody goes, oh, you're the favorite because you let them do this, you let them do that. My grandkid, I still tell everybody, he still hasn't done anything wrong, right? I tell him he's 2.5 now. And I said, man, he hasn't done anything wrong yet. And everybody laughs about it. But when I see him and he sees me, I give him the biggest, I have a certain name for him that I call him, and I won't give all that in, but he knows that it's magic if he's in my presence. I let him know. And I do that with my other family members and stuff, and people that are friends of mine, and just people that I've met along this journey of trying to do this entrepreneurial thing. I let everybody know that you're special to me. Pick it up. And I just do that naturally because I like it too. It's a good feeling. It's that this person hears your voice or sees your face and they're interested and they're excited about it. You can give that to everybody. You can change people's lives with that. So that's one of the things I want you to know. We always try to do that one step extra when I'm going to do these. And that is something that you start that today. The people in your life, don't pick up the phone or somebody's calling you. Don't just go, hey, what's going on? Hey, what's up? Hey. You go, hey, and give them a name and say their name with some exuberance and stuff. And it changes their entire day. They can't wait to see you, right? And they can't wait to hear from you because you're bringing some energy into them, and you don't know what's going on in their life. But hearing your voice in their ear can make all the difference in the world. So anyway, I know I'm overdoing it, but I just wanted to give you that. So when that college coach, and I don't care what level of college, because you don't know if you have to come back to that college. You don't have to know if you go to your dream school and it doesn't work out and you need to transfer somewhere. The feeling that you gave that other coach may be the reason they come and say, you can say, hey, coach, you know what? I really wish I had come to you. This did not go the way I wanted to go. Or don't say those words. But if you look inside of AthleticSOS, I've got a section there called media. Look down below in media and you'll see I've got some things that you need to be thinking about as you're moving through trying to get this scholarship and navigating navigating this whole world. But one of the things you want to do is when you see their name, it comes up on the phone, make sure you put them in your phone as coach, whatever, from whichever school. And when you pick up, call them by their name. Hey, coach, and whatever the name is, and then let them know, I'm excited to hear from you. And how are you? And then, hey, and if you're having a bad day, you're having a bad day. They kind of want to know that. They want to get a feel if, hey, they answer the phone a little bit different this time. Hey, what's going on? You don't sound like your normal self, you know, your normal happy-go-lucky self. And what happens if you're not that person, right? That you just aren't that exuberant, rah, rah, rah type of personality. Well, they'll get to know that too. But you can still put some effort by saying the coach's name and saying, hey, how are you? Thanks for calling. Hey, did you hear about our game? Were you able to see it? Or if you saw their game, maybe it's during the season, and you saw their game and you said, man, I see you guys, you know, you weren't able to beat Wichita, or you guys won that big game, or whatever it is. Show them that you take some interest in what they're doing. So is it petty? A little bit. Is there a lot of pride from a coach that's trying to reach out and bring you into their world, and they have locked in on you a little bit? Sense of pride that you would want to go to where they are and be with them and be part of their organization? Yeah, they take a lot of pride in what they've built where they are too. But it's all about, for your whole life, it's all about positioning, putting yourself in position to get what you do. And sometimes, and I don't kiss the ring, so I got a bad habit of that. My wife talks about that all the time. I go, I don't kiss rings. So if somebody's in a power position and they're overdoing it, I don't want to be around them anyway. But people always tell me that's the game of life too, but that's the part I don't play. But what you want to do is you want to position yourself to get to where you need to get to, and you want to position yourself to get the offer. You want to position yourself to get the opportunity. And that's how you do it. You recognize, you make people feel special that are around you. But anybody that's showing interest in your life outside of theirs, you need to show them a little bit of deference, a little bit of excitement, and make them feel special for making you feel special. All right, guys, that's all. Look down below. I give you the code. I give you instructions for how to use the code. Use the software. It costs you absolutely nothing. It's no cost to you guys. I got some great people I'm working with. We're going to be bringing you some cool stuff. Even things like the sweatshirt, you know, Hawk Mindset is athlete, and who else are you? I know you're a great athlete. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to these. I know you're a parent of a great athlete, but who else is that kid? We're going to pull that out. That journey from 5-year-old to 17-year-old, that's the world I'm working in. And then once you come out of that, I want you to go get that scholarship. You've done all the hard work. So I'm with you on that. But I want this to be a journey that changes your life. Remember, we're leveraging your athletic talent to lead a remarkable life. That is the goal we're on. That's where I'm going with this. And I hope you guys want to ride along with us. All right. That's it for this one. And we'll see you next week. Bye.